Good morning, everyone. My name is Cheryl Roney, and I am the Transit Grants and Contracts Manager. I have a staff of 5 contract specialists, and we work as a team to ensure we're getting your contracts executed. So you will see email notification from the contract specialist, who we definitely work with the project manager. So if you have any questions about your contract, in addition, of course, to reaching out to your project manager, you're always welcome to reach out to the contract specialist who has sent you the email notification. As I truck on down the road, I'm going to give you an overview on how to successfully execute a GDOT contract. I'm going to review some of the pages that we believe are important in order to execute a contract. Okay, in contracting, these are the processes that we go through in order to get to point of executing a contract. And in contracting, we must receive the contract authorization request, excuse me, and that is what we call the CAR. And then in addition to that, GDOT drafts the contract and uploads it to the GDOT's contract authorization tracking system, which we call CATS, and that's the contracting system that we use. We are truly working to improve on the time from when we are receiving the car to the time that the contract is executed. Right now, it is the process. We've had a lot of personnel changes in contracting. And so we are really working diligently to get the FY24 contracts executed as soon as we're able. So it's imperative that when you receive the notification through the DocuSign, that you notify us immediately if you're not able to sign for whatever the reason is. In addition, the process is to route to the subrecipients for review, for your approval, and for your signature. And again, I want to reiterate that at that time you receive that notification, if there's an issue that you're not able to review or approve or sign that contract at that particular time, please notify your project manager. And then if you receive that notification, notify the contract specialist. And what happens is, if, like, I do know some of you have to go to the board and it has to be on the list. Well, we can highlight that on our contract sheet so that we won't continue looking for it, and we'll wait till that period of time that we know you're going to the board to get approval. So there's different instances that we know that, and there are exceptions that we know. But if you please can communicate that to us through the project manager or whatever way that you're able to, then it really assists us in getting these contracts executed. There's another thing which is that does happen that I thought of, and that this instance has happened, and that's when you are getting a name change. And there was an instance with the contract, whereas in our contract system, the name said something different in the contract system, and it said something different in the contract. And somehow or another that contract was previously executed, but we would like for you, if you need to change the name, then please send a vendor management form. Well, notify us and we'll make sure we send you these forms, the vendor management form and the W-9, and then we have to send those to another office, and then they have to go through the process of getting this approved. And once it is, then they will go in and make the change so that when we upload that contract, the name is the same as what's showing in our contract system. So that's very, very imperative that if you're having, you're wanting to make a name change, or if you need to make one, that you request that through your project manager, and we'll get the forms to you to complete. Just know that GDOT's primary goal is to get your contract executed, and that's what we all are working towards. Okay, this page is the electronic contracting process and instructions. And this page is on page 2 of your contract. And I know that a lot of you all sometimes skip this page for whatever reason, but this page is very, very important to go over and review to make sure that you're completing the necessary information so that your contract will not be rejected and sent back to you, because that extends the time in when we can get it executed. So, and this particular page gives the order of who needs to review, who needs to approve, and who needs to sign, and which the order is normally the reviewer, the executor, the witness, the notary, and sometimes it is an attorney who is also reviews that contract. So, and then it includes instructions on how to upload your signature and any of the seals that needs to be uploaded. So, it's very imperative that you review this page. And then if you click on the link that's in page step 3 of the instructions, it's going to take you to this page, which is the videos and guides. And it gives you a list of electronic contracts, user training guides and videos. So underneath videos and guides, you'll see where it shows you the vendor's electronic signature with the corporate seal. There's a video on that. And there is a video on electronic signature with the notary seal. There's a video on that. And then there's also a PDF of CATS that show you about DocuSign. And this primarily is a quick reference guide on how to add the signature and the seal to the contract. And this page, the next page is the insurance page. This is Article 17. We made a couple changes on this particular page. Well, I won't say we made a couple changes. Legal made some changes. There were some issues with, at the top, there were some issues with a line that was added, and you had to, if it referred to you, you had to add information on that line. Well, that led to a lot of confusion. So legal has removed the line, so you don't need to complete anything on the line. You just check one of the 2 boxes that apply to you. And then once you do that, then you have done what you need to do on the insurance form. And down below, also a change that was added was the workman's compensation sentence was added down below. So that should, the insurance page should be a little bit more clear. Okay, I'm sorry. I don't know why this thing keeps jumping all over the place. I'm sure it's the operator. But okay, this is page 2 of the insurance page. There really is not any changes to this page, but I wanted to include it also just to let you know there's 2 pages to the insurance section of this contract. So that's just making you aware. Okay. Okay, now, let's see. Okay, this is the signature page. Give me 1 second. Okay, this is the signature page, and I just wanted to spend a few minutes on the signature page. Give me 1 second. Okay, I know I did. I missed a page. All right. This is the article on the miscellaneous, and this page gives you information on the sponsor. So I just wanted to highlight the information that you need to complete. So basically, what you see on the left side that GDOT has completed, you will need to go ahead and complete the information on the right side. So pretty much everything that you see, the sponsor's name, the title, the address, email, phone number, all that needs to be completed. And if you're not able to complete it, this too has been, the contract has been rejected and sent back because this information has not been completed. All right, I don't know why it's showing that page. Okay, do y'all see the miscellaneous page?
We're still on the insurance page, page 2 of 2.
Okay, I don't know why you're still there.
Carrie, I believe you can click on the arrow and advance as well. This is Bill.
She doesn't have control of it, Bill. I have control of it.
I'm able to change it on my end.
Yeah, and I'm looking at the miscellaneous page, which is page 7 right now. And you all don't see page 7?
No, at the bottom of the screen, when you're a viewer, you'll see 7 of 21 or whatever page you're on and 2 arrows. It's underneath her slides. We have the option as viewers to also navigate forwards or backwards, as well as see the current slide. So that might help.
That's what I'm doing, correct.
Yeah, so right now I am on the miscellaneous page. Page 7. So is that not, okay, hold on. Okay, now I'm on the signature page. Is that what you're seeing?
Yes.
Okay. All right. All right, sorry about that. All right. This is the signature. This is what we refer to as the signature page. And sometimes there are 2 executors, and when there are, it's not on this particular page, but when there are 2 executors of the same entity, the second one does not have to include a seal. I will say this, on this particular page, there has been instances where the subrecipient has completed the information to the left for the commissioner and treasurer. You do not need, it should not be tagged for you, so you do not complete anything on the left side. You just stay to the right side and you'll complete your sponsor name. The executor will sign and put a seal on here. And previously we were putting a seal in parentheses, but we made a change because it was a lot of issues. So therefore we put underneath where you have to put the signature in and the seal. And also you can write the word seal if you do not have a seal. That is also acceptable. So, and then you have to complete the name, the title, and then the witness has to complete their name, and then down below the notary. So one of the other issues is the notary and the seal. So if you would, follow the instructions that I mentioned earlier, and then hopefully you can use the presentation to assist you when you get your contract and go through it. And on the left side, these are some examples of how some of the seals look. And then, of course, the majority of them that are coming through are with the signature and the seal. So basically, it's a stamp and everything is already where it shows the DocuSign. That's what we're seeing the most. But of course, all the other seals that are coming with your city or your county are acceptable. I just want to go back real quick also. just to let you know that if you don't have the seal on here, the contract's going to be rejected. And also the seal has to be visible. And if it's not visible, the contract will be rejected. And then if any, for the notary, if any commission date or any of that information is missing, the contract will be rejected. So it's really imperative that you complete the information. All right, I'm on page 9. Is everybody with me? I'm at Exhibit B. Okay, I can get a yay, yay. Okay, so we're going to move on. And we can go through, we're going to go through these pretty quickly. And they're all very self-explanatory. So I kind of highlighted everything so you can kind of see what you need to complete. I tried to put arrows where the information needs to be completed, and I put some of the information in red or highlighted in yellow. And the main thing I want to say about this page is I highlighted the signature and seal because this page requires your signature, the executor's signature, and seal. And Exhibit C is primarily the same information. And I highlighted the signature and seal. This page is also requiring that. So just going to spend a few minutes on this page. This is Exhibit D. And the top portion, even though this arrow is here, the top portion is being completed by us, by GDOT. But please pay special attention to the lower part of this form, of this page rather. We were told that from legal that to not complete the E-Verify number any longer to allow the subrecipient to complete that. So that is what's taking place now. But too, a lot of times that information is not correct for whatever reason. And that E-Verify number has to match the same number that's in our contracting system, or it would be rejected and sent back. And then another issue is the date. The date for the E-Verify number needs to be the date you were issued that number, not the current date. So please remember that, because the contract has been rejected and sent back for just that very reason. So if you have any questions about anything before completing it, please let your project manager know or let the contracting specialist know. And then another thing I want to point out is the date the executor signs here and the date the notary signs or completes those dates need to be the same. We know there are instances where that does not happen, but in the case where it's required, it is required that this date be the same date. But if that's not going to happen, like I said, and I'm going to keep reiterating, please let us know ahead of time and we will work through any issues that you might have. And then, of course, the notary has to sign and seal this document along with the expiration, their commission expiration date and everything has to be on there. All right, this is Exhibit E, and this is pretty much explanatory, self-explanatory. So you just complete that information. And Exhibit G is the same. And Exhibit H is primarily the same. So this is the sexual harassment prevention policy that has to be included in the GDOT transit contracts. So, so just kind of making you aware of that. And then also this is the second page of the policy and you need to complete all this information. And then we're going to go, there's just couple more pages that I need to show you. And just to let you know, the next few pages are going to be like email notifications that you normally get. So on this page, the email is sent to the subrecipient, and this is the notice of intent to award letter. You'll receive that letter with the dollar amounts and what has been approved and what you're being awarded. And then this is the email that is sent to you after the contract has been submitted in CATS, notifying you that the contract is ready for review, approval, and signature. And
Cheryl,
then, yes,
we're still showing Exhibit D.
okay, I don't know what's going on.
You can move them forward yourself at the bottom of the arrows.
Okay.
That's what I'm doing. I'm moving them myself.
Yeah, everyone else can move it forward. For some reason, it moves some forward and it's making some stay. So, but you can just move it forward. When she says she goes on to the next page, you can click the next arrow.
Okay, I'm on page 20. And page 20 is the notice to proceed letter and email. So this is an email notification letting you know that the contract has been executed and you're able to proceed with submitting your reimbursement request. I'm on the last page. Thank goodness. I have reached the end of my presentation. Does anybody have any questions for me?
There are several things in the comments. One said it would be helpful to know to whom the various fill-ins are assigned, that is, to which role, the financial officer, executive director, witness, etc., to be filled in who is assigned to. So I guess they just want to know, maybe have a breakdown and say, hey, these are who were supposed to be in these fill-ins, so they know.
Are you referring to the areas that I have in red, or which page are you referring to?
Good morning. This is Julie Ann Meadows with Northwest Georgia Regional Commission. Can y'all hear me?
Yes.
Okay, so it seems to vary each year as to which information is completed by which role. If our executive director is completing the majority of the information, that would be helpful so we can get that to him. Or if others are completing different parts of the fill-ins, it would be helpful to have those pre-assigned or somehow let us know.
Cheryl, you are muted.
Okay, I'm sorry. Other than we go in and we tag each page, letting the individual know they have to review or sign, we can send it in our email notifying you the contract is ready. We can also include in there that, okay, the executor needs to sign pages, blah, 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 right, of that contract. And the witness needs to sign this page. Is that what you're asking me?
That would be wonderful. Yes,
Okay.
thank you so much.
Okay, you're welcome.
Hi, this is Wakota Wang from Quorum PO in Savannah, Georgia. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, I see somebody has the same question as me in the chat room. What happens is when we receive the contract, I'm the reviewer. As soon as it opens the contract, before I review, it automatically routed to our executive director, who assumes that I have already completed the review. So she signs, and then the notary receive the information at the same time. So everybody assumes the previous people has already done their job. Actually, I just open the file. So yeah, for the planning for the highway side, the reviewer finishes, and then there's a routing procedure. So after reviewer finishes the work, and he can forward it to the next step, and the next step the signature, and then after that is done, and then next step to the notary. But for some reason for the transit contract, it's totally screwed up. So as soon as I opened it, everybody got it. So everybody presumes that the previous person has already done the job.
Yeah, that's weird. That's a contracting system issue. So if you could do me a favor, excuse me, and send me an email, and that way I can contact IT and let them know what's going on.
Okay. Yeah, we have, because of this, we have done the like 2023 contract at least 5 times, I think, because it's constantly, and the executive director has already signed, and then I found the mistake. So it's just like, yeah,
Yeah.
we reported this to the GDOT project manager, but it for some reason didn't get fixed.
Well, I have not received that information. So if you could send me an email to CHRoney, RONEY, at dot.ga.gov, then I will make sure that I address that with IT.
Yeah, can you send your write your email in the chat so that we can write it down?
Yeah, Carrie, can you do that for me?
I can. I couldn't get off
Okay.
mute.
Okay, okay, thank you. Okay,
Okay.
are there any other questions?